this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's pointless. I don't know why we have 4 preseason games to begin with.
There
Should be
two.
cut down to 2.
yeah, I feel like 2 games is good. You have the starter play one game, that first game or whatever case may be, and then. But I guess the 4 are for the coaches to evaluate talent. I mean,
Yeah, I understand, but if some guys are game time players, but if you're not showing it in practice, then really,
and I mean, if we're being realistic, every coach knows, like, at least every position, most positions, who's going to start for their team.
that's
Of their 40 or 52-man roster, they probably know 40 of those guys off the top of their head before even preseason games start. It's the other fringe guys that, get the most benefit out of it. But if you cut it down to 2 games, then you can give those fringe guys the majority of the opportunity throughout those games to do it.
And the one thing we're seeing a lot, this is kind of like our last topic in the NFL, for these preseason games, I guess it's a chance for these new rules to be taken into effect, which really can we? I'm sure everyone knows about this rule. The illegal contact, whatever you want to call it, the helmet to helmet.
You can't drop
rule.
your helmet anymore.
I've seen countless things on Twitter, countless videos of these tackles that really.
Did you see the Vikings?
Dude, yeah. He hit the quarterback with his shoulder and finished the tackle. He didn't pick him up and slam him.
Literally just tackled him.
It's just what they coach you.
Yeah,
that's just
it was
tackle.
a textbook tackle. Most
Literally.
of these things that have been called this preseason have been textbook tackles. Guys who have adjusted their tackling form based on previous rules, and now their new adjusted tackling form still isn't allowed in the NFL. I hate to say it, I'm going to have to start watching college football more. Because at least these guys, like, yeah, you get targeting in college football, but I don't know, guys don't really care.
It's true.
They're going to freaking hit you.
Exact. And I think they're...
What, are they going to fine the college player? Really?
Yeah.
Like
that you don't pay?
Right.
If it happens in the second half of the game, then you're out for the whole next game. But if it happens in the first half, aren't you just out for one half?
Yeah,
Is that
something
correct?
like that.
So, not that big of a deal.
So
it's frustrating. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, so like it is concerning, but it's still preseason. So preseason also a time for tryout for referees as well, and they're also going to enforce these rules to a higher level. So give it till like week 2 in the regular season, and then maybe have a little bit more concern. At least that's how I'm operating right now. If we start to see these same calls come about week 1, week 2, week 3 in the regular season, then there should be a little bit more uproar as opposed to the preseason. These refs are going to make calls on things that are fringe calls at best, and they're going to call them in the preseason because, again, it's another tryout for them as well.
And just a quick thought on it, really. If you're not enforcing these rules starting in Pee Wee football, middle school, high school, there's guys, like when I played in high school, obviously we just hit people as hard as we could. We didn't care if we did helmet to helmet. That was like the sound of a big hit, and everyone got like,
Go
so,
crazy.
Like that's what we did for fun. That's how we hit. And now, like, obviously, guys are much older than me in the NFL. They've been hitting a certain way their whole career. Now they have to change their whole mechanics, and that's just how people get hurt, and the game doesn't become fun to watch anymore.
Yeah, I just think like injuries like Ryan Shazier. That it's like okay, now we got to stop. It's like when you're playing around and you're watching your kids play around, whatever, and then one of them gets hurt. You weren't having a problem with them playing around the whole time until one of them got hurt. This is exactly how it is.
It's true.
Shazier got hurt and was like, "Yo, we got to change this real quick."
Yeah.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Oh, hold on. 'Cause I want to be here.
No,
Ron.
no, Ron.
No, listen. Okay, you're saying that
We're
Ryan
live,
Shazier's
Ron.
Injury alone is what changed the rules.
I'm not
and
saying
Kyle,
that.
that's
I'm saying there's injuries like that influence rule changes like that. Like
Kyle, the literal word that came out of your mouth was one guy got injured, so we got to change now. Those are the literal words that just came out of your mouth, and it's blasphemy.
Let's just move on. Okay, we'll revisit it at some point.
Who was on crack?
Really quick. So I
really
didn't know this
happy.
going in. We're actually limited on time. I think we have a 45-minute cap. So we have 25 minutes left in this live show. So we got to
I'm
zip
really,
through these
really
a little bit.
We're good. We're good.
We're fine.
They
But
have that
keep that in
soundbite.
mind.
That
All right.
soundbite is terrific.
that was a great
wait.
Stay off the weed.
Here we go.
Anyway, Urban Meyer. So, the investigation was completed today.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's going to be completed today.
It's like today. Like I'm watching, and it's like Ohio State fans waiting on edge. What's going to happen to their coach? Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
All right.
I'm
All right, so what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? I mean, I guess a prediction period, early prediction period here. Like, what do you think will come of this whole investigation? Like, is Urban getting fired? Is he what? Like what?
I don't know. I don't know what they found. I would assume if they found what they were looking for to get him fired, it would have happened already. But I can't. I mean, I can't say for certain. I just hope he does not get fired. That's all. As an Ohio State fan, please,
Obviously.
please no.
Please no. He's
Ron,
one of those fans outside
This is your school, Ron.
outside the facility. Like, oh my god, please.
Go ahead, Ron.
Oh, I just take what Jared said and make my voice say it. I don't know. Like, I have no freaking clue what's about to happen. I mean, there's been so much one way and then so much another way and yada yada. It's like, I mean, as a fan, do I want to see him fired? No, because he's a good coach. As a human being, if he needs to be fired, should he be fired? Sure. I mean, if he needs to be fired, Ohio State's not going to have an issue. I mean, that's one of the
Lame.
They've fired so many.
You suck.
They've fired so many Hall of Fame talents. It's not really. They're not going to have a problem firing if they have to. So
True.
God knows.
So let's say they do fire him. How does that affect the team this year? Especially when you don't have like JT Barrett as your quarterback anymore, who's been there for 5 years. It feels like you don't have Billy Price like on the O line. I mean, how does that affect your team?
I mean, we're
Jared
still.
Jared, it's okay. I already see where this is going. I don't know.
I mean, that was a while ago.
I don't know. But all right, well, we don't know, people. We don't know.
Wait,
Hopefully, we get answers.
Watch ESPN, see what happens.
So,
Next topic.
Freaking react next.
Ron, stop talking when there's the voiceovers.
I don't hear the voiceovers. I don't hear them.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. So Friday, I got to see one of my favorite players, Jose Ramirez. He's a beast, swag god. Lindor. Right now, they're both in an MVP race. Ron, this is your more forte. So right now, who are you bidding on to be in that conversation at the end of the season? Like this guy, he possibly could win MVP for real.
I would say Lindor, one, because Lindor is a shortstop. Two, Lindor has a lot more personality in the open than JRam does.
Yeah,
I think JRam's having a better season.
He is.
I think
he is
JRam's
statistically.
having a wonderful season.
Statistically, he's leading the Indians in pretty much everything with his bat. I mean, it's crazy.
But again, MVP race is also about other things other than play as well. You know,
Popularity, yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right.
who should win it every year? Mike Trout. But I mean, that's not,
He's
True.
He's literally dominating
The LeBron of the MLB, man.
literally right now.
Why are we talking about anybody else?
because Mike Trout plays on a shitty Angels team and also doesn't go out of his way to be a personality.
True.
Next topic.
It was the next topic, Ron. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, NBA, baby. So record projections. We have pretty much two teams we talk about the most on this show. Cavs. Record projection 31-51, 11th in the East.
Yikes. Sounds about right.
Can I also say real quick? So they projected every team.
Yes.
So the 8th seed projection for the East is the Pistons with just 38 wins. 38 and 44.
So they're
making
saying
the playoffs.
this is going to be a close race of who is the best worst team.
Right.
That sounds about right. That's cool. 11th in the East though. I think they'll be Well, obviously they're going to be competing for an 8th spot because if they're 30, how many wins they get? They projected Pistons 38.
38.
I mean, that's 7 games.
That's 7 games, but that's like I don't
Still
know.
a losing record.
Yeah, you can compete. I think they can get. I think they're competing for 9th spot. I think they're going to like finish so close. I'm just saying. This one I don't agree with. Obviously, you already know. Jared, Ron, Cap, Lakers going 46-36.
How do you not agree with that?
I don't.
That's really fair.
6 in the West. Not
Kyle.
Not saying it's not fair. I just
Hold
don't
on,
agree with it.
According to Kyle, they are the 4th best team in the NBA. And they're going to
Kyle.
finish 6th in the West, which is most likely going to be where they finish.
That's a generous prediction, I think.
I'm not saying. Again, listen to what I'm saying.
Are they going to win 50 games?
They're winning 50 games.
Oh, my God.
Can you get me that soundbite ready? According to
Who is
Kyle,
on crack?
they will finish.
They're winning 50 games. Like,
Kyle, why were you late to the show?
Stay off the weed.
Yeah, there it
Continue.
There it is. I'm just saying. Okay, when they're 50 games plus, and be like, wow, that's crazy.
It ain't gonna be a 50 plus. Come on.
I can't wait for this NBA season.
is. Ron, I can't wait till you're here to actually do a show because these sound bites are terrific.
Oh man, if the Lakers miss the playoffs, Kyle, you owe us all like $100, and I don't even care.
That is laughable. That's not gonna happen. Anyway,
Kyle, you literally said at one point that this is a building year, and you're wasting year 16 of LeBron's career.
Right.
If you think LeBron's gonna play center for as long as you guys think he is, and if you think Luke Walton's gonna cut his minutes back, you're out of your mind.
hey, don't forget, we're not the Cavs, okay? We don't have J.R. Smith on it. Okay, chill out.
Please.
Anyway,
You're
So-
out of your mind.
word on the street: Durant, Kyrie, Butler to the Knicks. I don't see it. Not
Well,
even
let
close.
me tell you where this came from. So, I was perusing stories and looked on ESPN. They did a panel. These ESPN panelists,
They suck.
they vote on things. So, it was an article, and it took the top free agents of next summer,
Okay.
and it just pretty much they predicted their most likely landing spots. The most likely landing spot for Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Butler was the Knicks, and the most predicted for Durant was obviously the Warriors, but it was only like 46% or something like that. Second was the Knicks. So, if Durant gets bored dominating in Golden State, would he jump east and hook up with Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, Kristaps Porzingis?
I don't see
This is
Durant
not
getting
happening.
bored winning because
Yeah.
he almost beat the Warriors and was like, I'm just going to join them so I can win forever.
Yeah, like that's
Durant-
I just
Durant
I mean,
doesn't-
they looked pretty bored for the entirety of last season until they won the
Yeah.
championship.
I mean,
So,
I honestly think
Hold on. How are you bored in the NBA making tens of millions of dollars and winning championships? If you're bored, retire.
if you're bored, then that means
go play
you're
baseball
not
like Jordan.
right. Like,
yeah,
You try a different
that's
sport.
fine. Go ahead. Bye.
I don't even think Durant is even thinking about leaving like
Goodbye.
anytime soon. Like I think if anyone's to think about leaving, it would be like Draymond or like Clay. But even Clay is like, yeah, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here for
he's
the rest
not
of my
leaving.
life.
Not leaving.
I think Draymond might leave.
They're just going to stack up their little plastic rings that mean nothing.
Ron, anything to add?
I mean, Kyrie could go there, sure. I hope Kyrie makes his return 2.0. Let's do it. Come home, Kyrie.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not even close.
Let me dream. All right, let me dream.
Okay.
Durant, though, I wish he would retire. That'd be great. I just don't like him as a person.
That'd be awesome.
I hope he's listening. He's probably listening. That's what he does.
All right, moving on.
Next topic.
Oh,
It's prediction period.
just kidding.
Dude.
It's
Come
the time for the prediction period.
4QC. Prediction period.
It is officially time for the 4QC prediction period, brought to you by, what was that flower, Jared?
Flower?
Eucalyptus?
Yeah, the eucalyptus
The
flower.
eucalyptus flower.
You can lip this dick.
Eucalyptus nuts. Oh,
forgot.
man.
Oh, great.
All right.
That just caught me so off guard.
Here we go. Okay, so for the first question of prediction period, when will we see Josh Gordan back on the field?